What is going on, guys? My name is Crimson CBAD, and we are back with another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. And today, as you can see, we are battling ReaperSage. The link to his Twitter will be down in the description below, as well as mine. If you ever want a chance to battle him, make sure you follow me on there. It is where I talk a lot. It's where I announce streams. It's where I take suggestions on new games you guys want to see. It's where I drop ideas for new LPs. It's where I do everything. So make sure you follow me on there. Best way to get in touch with me, hands down. This is from our stream that we had on this past Saturday, the 21st. This is from that stream, and it was celebrating 100 subscribers, and thanks to you guys, we are now at over 200 subscribers on the channel, so thank you guys so much for that. I did announce a new series in honor of 200 subscribers. If you guys haven't checked it out, follow me on Twitter. Either way, this is a UU battle, and you'll find out later in the match that ReaperSage did bring a BL Pokemon, which is Mega Pinsir, which is his mascot. I told him it was okay because I wasn't really too concerned about it. I am bringing the physical wall Hippowdon. I'm bringing the beast of a Darmanitan. My specially attacking Rose, the Roserade. My special wall, the Snorlax, another physical attacker, my Machamp, and my special attacker, I Am Rubber, the Espeon. ReaperSage is coming to town with the Moltres, the Porygon 2. Yeah, that's Porygon 2. Porygon 2, the Hydreigon, the Empoleon, the Mega Pinsir, and the Darmanitan. So we're going to hop right on into this. And before this battle gets started, right below here, down over here in this little area, there's a little thumbs up button. If you poke the hell out of that for me, we're shooting for 20 likes on these ORAS Wi-Fi battles. It means all the world to me. Support for the channel and whatnot. I won't go into all that. You guys know how to support the channel. Either way, he leads off with the Darmanitan, the shiny Darmanitan. I'm going to lead off with the Christmas present because that's the lead that I figured. I expected a little switch initiative from the Darmanitan, which we do see come off in that nice U-turn. So I'm just going to take this turn. He might have switched out in Hydreigon, predicting an Earthquake of some sort, but I am just going to take this turn to set up the rocks because with the Moltres and the Darmanitan, Moltres takes 50%, Darmanitan takes 25 on turn in. So with that turn initiative that he has, it's going to bring off a lot of damage. And Hydreigon is going to take Stealth Rocks, or not Stealth Rocks damage, Sandstorm damage as well. And I'm going to switch out here, because I don't want to take a Dragon Pulse. I'm physically defensive and not specially defensive. So I'm going to go into my Assault Vested Snorlax here. I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world to do, to take that hit. So he's going to go straight up for a Dragon Pulse here. And we see that that stab, and that still does quite a bit. So I assume that he's choice specs at this point, because as you can see, that did about, is that 180, 66, 20? Did almost 100 damage, honestly. So with an Assault Vest, that's got to be specs. So he goes out in Empoleon. I'm just going to go straight up here for a nice stab Body Slam. I'm going to hope for some sort of Parahacks, because I don't want a Metal Claw, I don't want Stealth Rocks up, I don't want none of that, you know, fun stuff. So we do get, the Paralyze does come through. Sandstorm damage comes off, unfortunately, due to that fine Steel typing he has, though he is resistant to the Sandstorm, which is something I've always really loved about Steel types, is that they don't get affected by Sandstorm. So I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. It is super effective against him, and we can see that he's not really bulky at all, because that is a non-stab Earthquake from a Snorlax, and that took him out pretty much. So, and he was probably like 3/4 health. So he's going to go back out into Darmanitan here. At this point, I'm fearing the superpower, definitely. So I don't want to take that with my Snorlax, because I want to keep him around, definitely. I'm going to go back out in a Christmas present to take this hit. I didn't know if it was a Flare Blitz, didn't know if it was superpower. I was thinking it was a superpower, but no, he just U-turns out again, because he predicted that switch really well. So hats off to ReaperSage with that call. And he's going to go back out into his Hydreigon again. Now, we're going to do a little bit of switching around here. At this point, though, I just want to kind of get recurring damage off on that Hydreigon, so I figure, you know, I can take a Dragon Pulse. We're almost back at full health now with those lefties recoveries, so I should be able to take one Dragon Pulse. And that is something I am going to be able to take, fortunately enough for me. So, and that brings me down to 27. I wanted to get some recurring damage off, though, so I just wanted to get that Toxic. You know, I'm not, other than that, I carried the Thunderfang on this thing, and Thunderfang was not going to do much at all, so I was like, let me just get some Toxic off. That's going to be the best bet, like, in the longevity of this battle. So, Toxic damage is going to come through. He is going to keep taking Rocks damage if he switches in. He's just going to go for another Dragon Pulse, take me out. That was the best play, honestly. I didn't really feel like keeping it around to set the stand up again. I just felt like, you know what, let me just keep him in. Let me get a turn of Toxic damage off on this thing. I'll sag him off. We find out later in the game that was the, in my opinion, I should not have made that play. I should have switched into something to take that D-Pulse. So I'm going to go out into Browse on Fleek. Because he keeps switching out of that Dragon Pulse, that's what makes me think he's Choice Specs. He could be Scarfed, but, you know, I think he's Specs because the damage he did to the Assault Vested Snorlax. In comes the Moltres, taking a nice 49% to Rocks. He's got an odd number of HP, which is why he is still in the green after Rocks. I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz. You know what? I'm banded. I can just hit this thing where it hurts. Unfortunately, a banded Flare Blitz, a banded Stab Flare Blitz, even though it's resisted, didn't want to take out a Moltres from half health. So, it is what it is, though, because I know I'm going to outspeed him. A Jolly Darmanitan. I'm going to take this thing to the bank. What's a Moltres to a banded, or a Jolly Darmanitan? Nothing. Ain't got nothing. So down goes the Moltres, and that, in my opinion, legendaries I always have like this instilled anxiety about, because as a kid playing Pokemon and you see a legendary, you're like, shit! But now in the metagame, you know, you understand that there's weaknesses around the legendaries that you can take, but still, I've still got that instilled in me. So he goes down to his own Darmanitan. He's going to U-turn again, which is fortunate for me because whatever's coming in is going to take rock damage, and eventually when he goes back out into his Darmanitan, it's going to take another 25% to rocks. Hydreigon does come in and take the rocks damage, and I'm just like, you know what, banded Flare Blitz, let's go, let's come through really quick here. So with the Hydreigon at such a low health, Flare Blitz is going to take it out. I don't care how resisted you are, I don't care how big and bulky you are, that Flare Blitz is taking you down, son, taking you downtown. Flare Blitz recoil comes off, and now he's going to go out into his Darmanitan again, which is now going to be down at 25% due to rocks. And he's just going to go straight up for a Flare Blitz. So he outspeeds me, which makes me think his Darmanitan is Scarfed. And because I'm Jolly Banded and he outspeeds me, which means he's got to be Scarfed. He has to be. It's the only way he could outsped me. That Flare Blitz is going to take me down. The Flare Blitz recoil, though, does leave him at about 10% health. So at this point, I can go in with Machamp. I can get a little priority around him with this Bullet Punch that he's about to take. And I can just knock out that powerhouse that is his Darmanitan. So right now, our Darmanitan was putting in the work and against his team. So now after that Darmanitan, all he's going to have left is going to be the Grim Reaper Mega Pinsir. The ReaperSage Grim Reaper Mega Pinsir. And I believe before the battle I didn't know that it was Life Orbed, or not Life Orbed, Mega, but after the fact I did, as we can see here, obviously. So he is going to Mega Evolve, and because I didn't know automatically it was a Mega Pinsir, I thought he might set up with a Swords Dance, predicting a switch of some sort. I don't know. I thought he was going to set up. I've never fought a Mega Pinsir. So I thought he was going to set up, so instead of going for the Life Orb Bullet Punch, I was going to go for the Ice Punch. Unfortunately, after he Mega Evolves, he outspeeds me, gets that nice Aerialate return off. That's going to be a dead Machamp. I'm going to go on to I Am Rubber here as our Choice Specs Espeon, and I'm going to try to get a Psyshock off. I mean, it's Stab. This thing can't be too bulky, I think to myself. It takes that really well, and he's just going to go straight up for a Stab X Scissor. Bop! That's going to be I Am Rubber, the Espeon, going down for you. And so all I've got left at this point is going to be Rose the Roserade. And Rose is not fast. Rose has, you know, some good defense investment, a lot of special attack investment, but he's not going to outspeed she's not going to outspeed a Mega Pinsir. So that Aerialate return is going to come through, and that's going to be game for me. So ReaperSage, thank you so much for that battle. Thank you for coming out to the stream on Saturday. I really appreciate the support. Nyquil comes in right here, as we can see. Bop with a close combat. Bop. Not taking that. Not taking that at all. So again, man, thank you so much for coming out to the stream and supporting. Thank you so much for the battle. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to battle a Mega Pinsir, because that is something I have not done yet in this channel. So if you guys like that video, make sure that you show me by liking the video. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to shout out ReaperSage in the comment section below, because that was a hell of a comeback if I've ever seen a comeback. So that being said, guys, my name is CrimsonCBAD, and I will talk to you all soon. Later.